Hello. Hello, guys. I am here to speak about the new moon in Leo, right? Let's get into this. I have my notes here. Okay, so I'm going to go through the notes of what we can be expecting, what's happening astrologically, what's happening in the planets, in the galaxy, you know what I mean? And then I'll do us a little tarot reading, but how are we all feeling this new moon in Leo? Okay, there's a lot happening here. There is a lot happening here, okay? And if you're watching this later on, not when it's live, I really appreciate you. But checking in, okay? But let's just dive into this, okay? There's a lot to cover. So this is a very fiery, powerful, sovereign new beginning for us, okay? Every new moon is the start of a new cycle where the sun and the moon are conjunct. So there is a strong willingness to be more of who you truly are and to follow exactly what you want. Leo is the sign of fixed fire. You may begin to embody leadership, courageously develop, or fully own a new version of yourself. Like, it feels like it's getting more comfortable, you know, like we're sinking into this new version of us. And it's like, yes, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. And I love it. This could be something new, though, as well, coming online. It depends where you're at in your journey. And there is a very like unique personal aspect to this new moon. So yeah, this is a very dynamic new moon, and it's well worth setting some very clear new intentions around what you're wishing to manifest. Manifestation will be very powerful at this time, and anchor in whatever you're wanting really on this earth plane. So speak out your order to the universe. There are 8 orbiting planets at this time that are stationed within the first 2 degrees, which it just hugely points to new beginnings happening here on many aspects of the self. Okay, does this feel good? Does this feel good? Yeah. So Leo is about creative energy. It's one of the strongest signs of sovereignty along with Aries. So both signs are very strong in their sense of self, and both are in play this new moon. So Aries is the I am, and Leo is the I shine. Leo is very happy to take center stage and helps others to shine brightly too. So I feel this is happening, you know, like you're more comfortable with the idea of taking center stage in whatever that way is for you, right, in your world. So it's really all about heart energy. I want to dive into heart energy just briefly. So the electrical field of the heart is 60 times greater than that of the brain, and it sends more information to the brain than the brain does to the heart. So the magnetic field of the heart is 100 times greater in strength than that of the brain. When we achieve a heart-brain alliance in our being, okay, we come into a physiological harmony. This is absolutely the Lover's card in the tarot, okay? We emanate this coherence through the way that we shine. Our heart is constantly receiving and is packed with information. It boosts the health of every cell in our body, and it expands our aura, which becomes very healing for anyone that we come in contact with. So we beam out love and peace and harmony, and this is how we can share the information of our heart unconsciously with others. Okay, so this new moon is all about meditation, taking a bit of like solo time to drop into the heart, okay, because that's where all the power is, that's where all the info is, and that's where all the remembering is. During this new moon, you'll notice that there's a new self emerging within you that's asking you to be really brave in expressing it. It will feel like fiery passion coming out despite any disconnection or separation that it may cause in its expression. You won't care how it hurts others, basically, because it's really aligned with this new cosmic future self of you. The new being that you are, right? There's a new being prepared for that new being. Sorry, I said it so weird. There's a new timeline that is being created for you to move into, okay? And you'll be seeing yourself choose the new timeline. During this new moon cycle, something will be destroyed in the name of evolution because it doesn't fit with the new frequencies that are being born through you. So you'll feel on board with like where you feel yourself wanting to go next. Like it's really an alignment is how I sort of perceive it. Okay, let's talk about the sun and moon opposing Pluto in Aquarius that is retrograde at the moment. So Pluto is very challenging, it's very destructive, and it creates evolution through transformation. So this will feel like the universe is transforming you in a very personal, a very unique way, internally and externally, through some kind of power struggle that's present in your circumstances, that's actually helping you to be the new you. Whatever's being transformed within you is assisting you in moving into a new higher version of yourself through an intense initiation. This could feel like a trigger point or a pressure point that leads you to be boldly this new self. Okay, Pluto is helping us shake off our fake versions, okay, because it only wants truth, it only wants authenticity. So you'll notice yourself being more authentic in yourself. No more people pleasing, okay? This is about pleasing yourself first, or it's got to go. Okay, I have a viewer. Hello. So we're talking about the sun and moon trine, Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Aries. Okay, a lot of retrograde energy at this time. This aspect also connects to Uranus in Gemini through a sextile. Okay, so this is providing planetary support in these new self-developments, which will feel like your expression is aligned and supported by the universe. It feels right. With Uranus in Gemini in the mix, it's really like a deep remembrance of who you came here to be in this lifetime. More of that coming online, okay? We are remembering that it has nothing to do with what the world wanted us to be or to do, or what you had to do to be loved. And this is actually a very lower vibrational expression of Leo. It's like low consciousness, and that's what we're healing through. And it's a natural aspect to the society that we exist in, as you know, the current snapshot of things. So Uranus is helping us break the structures of the old so that we can feel more free and more willing to do what we want to do rather than what we've been programmed to do. This is breaking programming. See how these new aspects are really feeding into this internal revolution that's taking place at this time. It's exciting. Uranus is the higher aspect of Mercury, who is currently in retrograde and is very creative when interacting with Mercury. It's the mind connecting to the mind of God, and it provides lots of insights, lots of downloads. So really trust your psychic sensitivity at this time and what you receive in your dreams as well. It's pure truth. Uranus is about being in the present moment. It goes far beyond linear time, so focus on the now where all your power lies. It may feel uncomfortable to think far into the past or far into the future because you just want to focus on the task in front of you. Okay, this is very like Uranus. You'll be feeling more contemplative. You'll be wanting to be on your own and sitting with yourself and your own power in silence. Okay. Now let's take a little look at Pluto, Uranus, Saturn and Neptune creating a minor grand trine. Okay, so these are all outer transformational planets. See how transformation is like such a big theme going through this new moon. They are working together here for huge transformation. This shows the new timeline of your reality being created, which has been incoming for some time. Perhaps you've been sensing it or you've been hearing this in messages quite a lot. But now there is this powerful alignment which is being anchored into the physical body with Aries, which represents the physical self. So it's really anchoring in on the physical level. So this will be reflected in blood flow, adrenaline, our root chakra. You might even be stretching out a lot around the root chakra, or our fight or flight response might be activated. So yeah, you might notice any of these during the next 2-week cycle till the full moon and even thereafter, but the full moon's like a whole nother thing. There are calming energies here also to provide a stabilizing frequency to aid us this new moon. This trine offers creativity, harmony, excitement, balance, and forward-moving energies. So you can expect all of this to be felt. Uranus in Gemini is bringing us new experiences where life will actually feel more interesting. You can see your daily life and routines changing as well. Pluto has been amplifying, mirroring, or projecting things that you've had to look at for some time, which has been feeding into this transformation. So you're now at the point of accepting more of yourself at a very deep core level because you're because you're remembering more of your magnificence. Okay? Isn't that beautiful? So Uranus isn't just working with your mind because it's Gemini, it's actually the planet of mysticism. So it's working with your deep knowingness. It's bringing you into higher alignment with more of your own universal intelligence, okay? So Uranus is very quick moving changes, so you could abruptly be done with people, places, things, or habits. It'll feel quick. You'll see yourself moving away from things at this time and just trust that they are no longer in alignment with you. So Saturn and Neptune in retrograde is also providing us with a slower pace to reflect and to recalibrate the new that's coming up, which is really balancing out the quick speed of Uranus. So there is really balancing themes here. You're going to feel supported. Now, with the North Node in Pisces, Mars in Virgo conjunct the South Node, squaring Venus in Gemini, okay, these planets are forming a T-square. It's very heavy in mental energy. We are assessing what needs to go and releasing what isn't working or paying off or whatever's draining us. Right? There could be a lot of overthinking, a lot of mental activity. There could be something like we're trying to solve a problem as well, but there'll be no rushing, right? So freedom comes in because you're trusting yourself and your intuition more. The mind doesn't have the answers, but your intuition easily does right now. So trust what you're feeling for you because that's what moves you forward. You'll be choosing what feels best to you, even if it upsets people around you. Mars in Virgo is bringing an element of ending. So you'll have things that want to be expressed to get them off your heart. I did a burning ritual for this new moon where you write down everything that is yucky or highly emotional and then just watch it burn. This is usually done at full moons, but the potency and the destruction that's present at this new moon, it really aligns beautifully with that ritual. So I would highly recommend it. Okay. Now, lastly, before I do a channeled tarot message, I want to speak on Hermia opposing Eris and Chiron. Okay, so the sun also squares Eris and Chiron in the lead up to the new moon, which feeds into this opposition. The sun is highlighting the principles of Eris and Hermia in our own experiences, and I'm going to get into those now. So Eris is the warrior sister of Mars. She's a feisty street fighter, okay? She stands for truth and for justice. She's against inequality and anyone being excluded from society. She wants total societal inclusion. Okay, she was the only one excluded from the wedding on Mount Olympus, so she turned up anyway and caused absolute mayhem, which was said to lead to the Trojan War. So Chiron also holds a sense of exclusion here. Chiron was wounded by a poison arrow that couldn't be healed. So he became a master herbalist, homeopath, astrologer, and master teacher. And with help from his wife, they were able to heal him. So another aspect to Chiron is a sudden and brutal exclusion, just like the sudden arrow piercing through him. And funnily enough, I keep being drawn to Sagittarius energy at this time. Sagittarius energy with the arrow. So there could be speed here that's highlighted through that. Yeah, usually when Chiron is in a really strong aspect like this that it is at the new moon, a loved one will be cut off, cut out, or removed from some kind of dynamic. With both planets highlighting this exclusion energy, it's very highly likely to occur. It occurred in my own dynamic. Yeah. And I didn't even really feel that bad about it because it just felt so right. Like I just knew it. Like I'd been thinking about it for a while. So Haumea, let's dive into Haumea for a bit. This is the Hawaiian goddess of fertility, and she is literally egg-shaped in space. So it was said that she was able to birth babies from all over her body, right? She was also able to regenerate from being an old crone to a young maiden. And she's a strong symbol for this new earth that is being birthed through us at this time. She's very much like what's happening on a very individual and community scale, okay? She literally birthed new earth up from the volcanoes that formed the islands of Hawaii. She also pulled in her spiritual power as well as her power from her community to ward off any established higher ruler, that was actually going to kill her husband because her husband took some bananas to eat. You know, like we all need to eat, right? And he was going to be killed for that. So this is happening all around the world with people pulling in their spiritual power and connection with their community to push back against the over-controlling sense of authority that we are experiencing in this current system today. So Haumea is very relevant right now, and so is Eris, right? But Pluto, also relevant at this time, represents the top-down power, right? The invisible government power, while Haumea is the power that aligns with the individual in the spiritual and the community. So this will really play out in ways where the people are taking back their power in very vast, numerous ways by coming together and doing what their spirit communicates to them that is right, rather than as they are told. So this is a very exciting time to be alive. This is a very exciting and dynamic new moon. There is a lot happening around the planet. That is my notes. So with that, let's do a channeled reading from Spirit, okay? Spirit. And it's so funny. We've just had the clouds come in. Okay, it's getting dark in here. But let's do a channeled message for this new moon. Spirit, what would you like us to know? What needs to be channeled in at this time? Okay. What news, what information, what wisdom do you have for us? I literally said before, Sagittarian energy is very present and relevant right now. Look at the bigger picture. It's higher perspective, higher version, right? It's all coming in. We've also got the answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. Red and blue. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal as well. Wow. Okay. Now with these ones, we got a win-win outcome is forecast. Communication is key. Is key. With a new romantic cycle begins. And what I'm seeing from this energy, there's going to be communication coming in from about love, actually. A new romantic cycle begins. This is new moon in Libra. And then we've got full moon in Libra. So I'm seeing Gemini repeated. Gemini, Sagittarius, and Libra is very heavy at this time. Gemini, there's Uranus is in Gemini. So that's a lot of like busyness, a lot of activity, mental activity. Okay. And a win-win. So this win-win is very much about like balance, right? It's like a balance and winning for all. Okay. I like that. But let's dive into it a little bit further. Let's dive into it. How do I want to lay these? Okay, yeah. those want to go together and those want to go together. Okay, let's get a little bit more oracle cards, okay, for this new moon, Spirit. What are some themes? Look, creativity. Oh, there's one behind it. Creativity. That's absolutely new moon in Leo, right? 3 and 66. Healing. I feel like this is like the healing through creativity, right? Creativity. Okay. Let's get a little bit more energy here. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, wow. Oh. So we've also got timeout and we've got leadership. Okay. There's that like fiery energy that comes online with Leo, you know, that very sovereign power of leadership. The timeout I'm really feeling is helping to anchor in some kind of balance, and you're definitely on the right track. You're on the right path here. Okay. Sorry guys. Let me just, okay. So yeah, there's absolute exciting energy here. There's healing through creativity. I want to get some of these as well. I knew this wanted to be seen. Inner power with, I mean, it's Leo, right? Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. I mean, isn't that relevant? Let's see what wants to come out here. What? Inner child. Look at that, inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings with leadership. This is creativity that's coming through, that like really aligns with your inner child that you've wanted to do for a long time, right? It's like we're finally brave enough, courageous enough to step into it. Okay, we've got divine love coming out. This says, when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. There's that romance. Okay, and then we've got clearing as well. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. This is very heavy on detachment, right? Detaching from external needs, external perceived needs, detaching from mine, and allowing it to be God's, right? This is God's experience through us. And that ability to reach that detachment allows everything to flow, is what it feels like. How exciting. I'm going to get some of these before I get some tarot. Let's have a look. Do any of these want to come out, Spirit? How interesting. Oh, there's one. Gratitude. Oh, wow. Gratitude with the healing. Transformation and play is coming out. Literally in my notes for the astrology, there's so much about transformation happening here. Like so much. It's wild. It's the deepest transformation. And part of the transformation is moving through the harsh structures that have been preventing us from being able to play, right? It feels like we're healing. Oh, intuition is coming through as well. Intuition is super powerful at the time of this full moon. And it feels like what's clearing is any blocks to it, any lack of faith, any lack of trust. Gratitude. I'm seeing a lot of rainbows here too. Miracle energy. Have faith in miracles, right? Your gratitude brings in more. All right, let's get some tarot here. Okay. Let's see, Spirit, what wants to come through for this? For this new moon in Leo, right? Okay. We've got Eight of Cups coming out. Eight of Cups coming out in reverse, which that really talks about having a bit of difficulty actually with stepping away from, yeah, the things that need to go. Yeah. And then we've also got the Knight of Swords, very quick moving. Do you know what? There's obviously other layers to the reverse cards, and it can actually, for me, it actually feels like you've walked away from something, from the Eight of Cups. You've already walked away from things that are unfulfilling. Like you've made that step. You're in the process. You're in between. Yeah, you're in between the timelines, right? You're in the void space of where you've walked away from something, someone, some places, some habits. Okay, you've walked further to your creativity, you've walked further into your healing or this new version of self, and you've done it quickly. There's that quick pace, right? And then we also have the Page of Swords. So there's so much here. Oh, and the butterfly. Butterflies are massive right now. Butterflies are massive. And there's even a butterfly on this card, which is all talking about transformation. All of it, right? Transforming into leadership. But the Page of Swords is such a brave card because this really talks about you've already done a lot of work. You're already at this space of an evolved level because of all the work that you've poured into your journey, your healing journey thus far, okay? You're already at this place of an up level, and your mind is more open than it used to be. Your mind's more open to believe new things. Your mind's more open to new ideas, okay? Your mind's more open to your intuition. Your mind's more open in expressing gratitude as well as play, okay? So there's action that you're taking from the mind space. There's quick action, right? Whatever your heart's telling you to walk away from, you're doing it quickly. And you're just believing it. You're believing it quick. You're believing it straight away. Your mind doesn't always see the point because the sword is always off, right? Which means the mind doesn't always know the reason to the choices that it makes, but it knows that it's right because of the openness and the alignment with the intuition that it has, okay? Yeah, look, there's the intuition again. We've got the High Priestess. Intuition. Okay, let's just see if it wants to come out. The mind is really, really believing the intuition here. Because whatever you're walking away from, it feels right. It feels good. It feels aligned. Okay, so we've also got this is so cool. We've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Four of Pentacles in reverse really talks about in our physical dynamic, we're actually coming from a place of scarcity. But this is really exciting. Like to have it with this energy, this is exactly what the mind is learning to cut out, right? There is moments where scarcity thinking or thinking that is lacking, thinking that is this old programming, this old smaller version is popping back up, and you're actively being brave, facing it and cutting it out and saying, no, I'm this new version, I'm this up-leveled version now, and this is where I think from, or this is what I choose now. So I'm cutting out this scarcity mindset, this scarcity belief system. And it's even more so with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. This is talking about that change. It can be quick change, actually, as well, with the Wheel of Fortune. But the wheel is turning into your favor because you're breaking out of this very dense, limiting, held back belief system, okay? this just tipped over this way, which makes me really feel like the physical dynamic for you may still be communicating an old timeline, an old vibration, but there is a higher perspective here. There is a higher perspective here that is anchoring in where you can see the future. Your intuition is communicating to you of this future, and right now you have to have faith. You have to have faith in it, faith in what your intuition is clearly communicating to you. We've got Four of Cups. Four of Cups. It fell out over the Knight of Swords. So this could be a little message of if your mind does get racy or does get kind of quick. Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The advice is to just take some time, right? Take some time out to tune into that, to just listen to silence, and it will help the quick pace that you might be feeling up here calm down a little, right? Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. This is you tuning into what's truly abundant. This is you taking the time out, the slow pace, the relaxation, getting into nature, tuning into your emotions, right? Tuning actually into this very abundant realm that is always present and available, right? It's always present and available. The Four of... Yeah. What else wants to come out, Spirit? Oh, look at that. Look, Ten of Pentacles again with the Six of Wands. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. That is a victory, my love. This is recognition. This feels like universal recognition. With this kind of energy, this is like going global. This is like going viral. Okay, anyone that's doing creative projects right now, and if you're seeing this, reading this message, something's happening in that kind of arena, but it is ultimately being recognized for something that is very authentic to you, for a creative project that you've been working on. It's like that it's stepping you into this very abundant realm, this very abundant realm. Look, you're manifesting it. You're manifesting this total new life, is what it feels like. This abundant life. This feels like, look, there's a new romantic cycle beginning, right? Look at this dynamic. There's someone in there. So take it if it's something you desire or something that you've been trying to manifest. Maybe this might be the time to set those intentions around bringing someone in if that's something that you want. Maybe you're ready now, because I did have another message coming through from Spirit that you're ready now. You've done all the work. You've done all the healing. I mean, there's always more healing to do. There's always more that we can progress through. But there is this kind of like element of it that you're done with, and you're following Spirit into the next phase. Okay, let's clarify some of these. So I want to clarify here this Eight of Cups with the, thank you, Spirit, with the Knight of Swords. Oh, you got the Hope card, right? The Hope card's coming out here. And this is like, this really feels like having to have the hope and the faith in things moving forward, having the hope and the faith that the action that you're taking right now is, you know, getting you to where you want to be, because there's some element of not being able to see here the full picture. But there is also a tuning into that, right? Let me get another one. Whenever I see this Hope card as well, it's really like, see how they're on an island by themselves? They're blindfolded. And I think they're holding some kind of instrument. So it's like you're really having to, you're at the last kind of like, at a limit, at a point of limit. And this is actually very exciting, because when we come up to that limit, we expand it. So the universe is coming to meet you. This Knight of Swords, Spirit, a little bit more info there for this new moon. Okay. All right, we got messenger with room. Do you know what this really, whenever I see the room, it's really, to me, it talks about space, and it talks about a space within. Okay, this can also be you spending a lot more time in your room, or, you know, solo space in a room, right? But this, for me, is really talking about messages that you're getting internally, messages that are coming in spiritually, right? There's news coming in, and news of joyfulness. Look at that at the bottom of the deck. Whatever information, I feel like your intuition is really communicating to you. Things getting better, things going your way, the win-win outcome, right? The receival. And it is creating joyfulness, but it's still leading, you're still in that position where you're having to have hope. And it feels like that might even like flip around with this new moon, right? This cycle. Oh, I love this dynamic. It's actually come out a lot at this time. This dependency, this constancy, and this soldier. It's like you have truly built in aspects to yourself that have led you to be incredibly strong and powerful by cutting out this scarcity mode, by being brave. It's like you've bossed up and you have looked and faced these old dynamics. It's really, this energy is very similar, you know, like a warrior. It's a warrior spirit. You have a warrior spirit, okay? And you've, through what you faced in the past, it's actually led you to be very dependable, very stable in yourself, in what you've had to heal, right? You are a very powerful leader, a powerful leader of the future because of your spiritual work, okay? Let's get a little bit more here. What's this Wheel of Fortune, Spirit? Thank you. Older woman. Surprise! Oh my god. Okay, the older woman right now is really communicating to me the higher self. Look at this. Look at this energy. Wow. Older woman with the baby. This is like start and beginning, ending and beginning, right? You're noticing and seeing both the ending and the beginning of something as the wheel turns. Okay, but the older woman is also talking about the higher self because it's a very mature, intelligent, wise energy. So it feels like there is a surprise here as well. There's a surprise. There's a surprise version of you that's being birthed right now that is the higher version of you, the higher self. It's coming online. It's like emerging, which really did align with the notes I was talking about earlier. Oh, wow. We've got the home card coming out here with this 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 6 of Wands. Merchant. And it's funny, I do keep getting a message of like a home's coming in, a new home dynamic is coming in. But this could also be conversation. This is you really talking to your guides here. That's what it feels like. It flopped over here, so it's like, yeah, you're getting a lot of like spiritual, internal communication, conversation from guides and guardians right now that is helping you to stay aligned with this journey. Okay, for anyone that is looking for a new home dynamic that's coming in. What about this 10 of Pentacles, Spirit? And that one. Oh yeah, look, there's the destruction happening from Pluto. There's the destruction that's happening from Pluto. So this feels like any strong structures that were keeping you held back from your abundance, they're burning away, my love. There's no more of a mask. We're burning away the mask here. We're emerging as the new self, as the new recognized victorious self. And there's clarity coming in around how you can be of service, of greater service. There's there's a lover and there's a reunion, okay, for whoever that, whoever that's for. There's new romance coming in that is going to override any sadness and melancholy, any sorrow, any enemies from your past. There's absolutely gifts coming in this new cycle for the new moon in Leo the next 2 weeks. Oh, I love that, Spirit. I love that. Let me just get a couple of these. I kind of go ham whenever I do these recordings. I get so many cards going. Does any of these want to come out just to thank you? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, look, introspection is huge right now. Hermit mode, quiet, alone time is really very much happening at this time, okay? So if you're really sensing that and feeling that, just go with it. It's normal. Look, this is completion. This is literally 10 of Pentacles again, yo. 10 of Pentacles again. You're going to be blessing the world with your new version. You're releasing an old journey. This is very much about making space as well. We're making space by whatever's being removed. We're making space for the new to drop in. Oh, wow, lots of Pentacles energy here. Pushing beyond a challenge. Powers and gifts are building right now. For some reason, that feels like the surprise. Optimistic energy coming online. There's that hope. You're very optimistic right now. There's the mental challenge as well. Highlighted again. Mental challenge with the page and the page of swords. Things don't go to plan. Anything that's not going to plan is being removed. And there's an unexpected outcome coming online here. With whatever situation you're in right now. Okay. That would be the... New timeline! Literally. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Beauty glow up. Absolutely. Beauty glow up. Very much happening at the time of this new moon. That is really that Hemia energy. Is it Hemia? Yeah, the egg-shaped planet, right? She healed herself back from being an old crone to a young maiden. And this is an aspect and a potential that is very, very possible and easy to achieve in this physical dynamic. Because we are all powerful beings. And it is like Hermia is an aspect of us. It's possible, right? Roots is coming out. Roots. We're getting down to the roots of things. We're releasing the roots. The roots. What have we got? Anointed. You are being anointed for the work that you have done on removing these roots. Removing these roots that were causing interference in your journey, right? Yeah. Refusing to stay is coming out, which to me is always talking about, like, there is absolutely no way whatever's leaving your dynamic right now, there's absolutely no way that it can stay. It doesn't align with the frequencies anymore. Therefore, it must go. There's no option. There's no other option. So do not feel bad about whatever is going. It's time to go with the flow here, right? Aging backwards literally popped out. Literally what I was just talking about. Whoa. You're going to be feeling this. You're going to be sensing this. There's going to be like clear evidence here. You are highly emotionally intelligent. Okay, that's the intuition. Okay. You're remembering. You're remembering how powerful you are. This is like very exciting energy coming back online for us. Look, powerful aura, because you're getting into the heart space, right? I was talking about the heart space in the notes earlier. You're dropping into the heart. You're realizing the heart holds all the power, much more than the brain. And we've all been brainwashed in this society to come from the mind space because it's a weaker space. It's a weaker space, right? Expect the best case scenario for you now. Remember to set those intentions. I mean, technically the new moon is tomorrow, right? But the energy is present now. I really noticed, I always feel the moon energy is like a week in advance. My these false masks of people, this false masked person from my own dynamic was removed from my life a week ago. So yeah, I don't know why that's coming out, sorry. Just don't feel bad about it, okay? Expect the best case scenario, set your intentions. I'm going to be setting my intentions tomorrow because I feel like they'll be more clear tomorrow. The audacity. But yeah, people aren't going to love you stepping into your power, but too bad. We've got Pluto coming out, right? That transformational planet. There is huge transformation, right? There's more of that butterfly energy. Distance is being created here between people, places, things that are blocking any kind of transformation. Oh, ancient Egypt is here, yo. Oh. Woo! We got it with learn to be alone. Okay, so this really feels like there are ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses that want to connect with you right now. Okay, so step into that timeout energy, step into some space, right? There will be higher beings wanting to connect with you. First house, that's Aries energy. There's a lot that's coming into the body, being anchored into the body. And I just want to say, this is the first time that I'm doing live on my phone like this. Usually I do it with like my computer and a little like webcam thing. So I can't actually see if anyone's typing anything. I'm assuming no one is. No one often does, because I'm still kind of new at this. But if you are typing stuff, I'm sorry. I can't see it. And I'm sure maybe it'll just show up on the screen if it does, but just thought I'd add that in there in case I'm like ignoring any of you. It's not the intention, of course. What else have we got, Spirit, that wants to come through? Jupiter, expansion, higher learning, philosophy. There's that Sagittarius energy. Agent of evolution, right? We're evolving. Chiron's coming out, yo. Chiron! There's that wounded healer, very activated at this time. This is about like really leaning into whatever you feel guided to learn, whatever you feel guided to by your spirit, because it's part of your healing journey. Okay. Ascension symptoms at this time, absolutely. There'll be jaw tightness. There will be feeling very tired kind of quickly. There will be, what else, Spirit? Body aches and tension. Like last night I slept for 12 hours, yo. 12 hours. Like it was still a little bit broken at times, but it was actually very relieving because the last few nights I've been sleeping pretty badly, or like my sleep cycle's been very shortened. And I'd be waking up still tired. I haven't actually done much exercise and things because I don't want to like push my system too much. There's a lot energetically that's happening. Okay, so if you're sensing that, just like really give yourself grace and go easy, and just give yourself what you need when it was as often as you can, right? Rest, right? Rest. Magical bliss. Oh, I love to shout. Magical bliss is very cute because this is like the energy that we're moving into, actually. Okay, this says trying to fill a void. Okay, this can be again what we're leaving behind, what we're walking away from, what's being burned away. Perhaps we're becoming quite aware of how we're always trying to fill this space with something: music, podcasts, right? Other people's advice, other people's perspectives. when what's really wanting to be connected with now is your own, because that holds all the power, that holds all the genius. Thank you so much for the likes on this video, by the way. I really appreciate it. What else wants to come through, Spirit? That's a lot. Pallas Athena's dropping out. Pallas Athena's an asteroid. Greek goddess of wisdom and war. This is mental creativity. This is definitely getting, yeah, there's that Uranus energy feeding in with that Uranus and Mercury. And it's funny, this Mercury in retrograde, I don't feel it as disruptive as potentially other Mercury retrogrades. I actually feel like it's very like opening up and very, I don't know. It feels good though. It feels good. It must be the Uranus energy that's present. Neptune is in retrograde, which is dissolving limitation. And the mysticism, transcending limitation. Honestly, this new moon is exciting, yo. It says it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. It's in God's hands now, right? That's the detachment. That is the detachment. Okay. Evil eye. There's going to be people sending evil eye if you're saying this because you're doing you, because you're doing what's best for you. And they're not going to like it. But it's not going to affect you, right? It's not going to affect you because you are aligned with the universe. You're spiritually aligned with your higher self, and that is its own protection. Okay, so you just do whatever you need to, and don't you worry about these other people around you. Prepare for stardom. Okay, right? Where's that card gone? Where's that card gone? Where's that card gone? Prepare for stardom. You're going to be recognized. You're being seen for your gifts. You're being praised. Even if it's just happening on a very spiritual level right now, it's going to tip into the physical. So if you're, I just realized I look like this floating head. So if you're working on anything and putting anything out, prepare for it to blow up. Kaboom, right? Kaboom, boom. Does anything else want to come out of these ones? I don't want to end the reading yet. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm gonna pull some more of these. 10th house. So that's O-M to the frickin' G. What's that one? So earlier I said, you're ready, right? That message was coming through quite a bit. You're ready. And I knew I had to speak on it because it's like there is an element where you're ready now. You're ready now. Take it as it resonates, okay? 10th house. Public recognition and status. You're ready to be seen. You're ready to be received. And this said you're winning. What? That win-win forecast card came out earlier. What are you winning? What are you winning? 9th house. This is about spirituality. This is about having faith in your intuition and what it's showing you, what it's telling you. New beliefs, right? You're winning because of the new beliefs and you're winning because of the high vibration you've achieved. That comes from literally cutting out the old, right? Cutting it out. Cutting it out. Okay, I'm going to get a few more of these because I don't want to leave you yet. I love talking to you guys. I wanted to say this earlier, but I don't think I did. There's hidden knowledge. This is why there's like tuning into the self right now, because there's hidden knowledge that wants to be birthed into you from that Egyptian energy, right? If it resonates, take it. But this is going to be big. Whatever hidden knowledge you are attaining, finding, birthing through you, whatever project you're working on, it's going to be big. If you're seeing this, you're 1 in a million is what I just heard. Oh my God, that's so cute, Spirit. Look, this nervous and apprehensive energy came out in the reverse. It looks so funny reversed. Which really talks about, this could actually still be present, like having a bit of nervous energy around the not knowing, around the going, like the following the intuition and having faith in what you cannot see. So if that energy is present, it's normal. It's a normal aspect to the journey, but know that this will be dissolving. Know that it will be releasing, because there's a return to faith, a return to your higher self, knowing all is well, okay? Leaping over. Wow, in this next moon cycle for over the next 2 weeks, any obstacles that are coming at you, you're leaping over them. Just leaping over them, okay? You're releasing what's not working, right? I love that this energy is repeating. It's very aligned. Chosen! Chosen energy. I love that so much. You are being rewarded now, right? The rewards are coming in. I feel like something is dropping in, fam, this next week. Honestly, if something does, let me know. But I'm really feeling it. Look, take a break. There's that relaxing energy. Take a break. Take a break. You've earned it. You don't need to earn your breaks, but with all this work that you have done, you deserve a break. Everything all at once. Yo, I literally said this. I literally received this in 2 separate messages from 2 different readings because I obviously love tarot so much. I watch tarot myself. This message came through strongly. So I feel like it's very relevant to, the energy that's present right now, right? It's like something's coming in drastically because of this Uranus energy. Your horizons are expanding. Whoa, you are here to be seen by many. Like, I know creative, intuitive souls are attracted to this energy through me. It's a system reboot. Hidden staircase. This hidden staircase actually came out in some of the readings that are coming out soon on my channel. There's this portal that's opening right now because the system is rebooting. We are attracting in a portal emerging. And it's so funny, Spirit's guiding me to speak on the premonition I had last night actually. I was literally just going into my bathroom. I was going to the toilet, okay? And I like turned and looked, and there was like this kind of electric-y, spinally thing just like kind of started to appear and then disappeared quickly. And I've been getting a lot of things like that where my attention's drawn somewhere, something is shown to me, and then it pops into the physical. So that message for me is really something is popping out of the blue because it was a blue color as well. So it's like there's energy, there's electricity that is like emerging soon. Isn't that cool? Only people that watch this live will be getting that little message, so it's relevant to you. Okay. Dimming your light to make yourself small. Anyone that was like this, that would cause you to dim your light, okay, and make you small, they're looking you up. Let them look. You know what I mean? Let them look. And like technically when this card comes out, for me it's really talking about like them sending a lot of like spiritual warfare or just a lot of dense energy your way through how they gossip, right? But you don't have to worry. You are protected. You are protected. You're literally prepared for this and highly protected by the spiritual realm. I've been drawn to that a lot as well. Like our spiritual team is working very, not overtime, but very strongly right now because people are waking up and doing exactly what they need to, saying who they actually are, following that guidance, and not everyone likes it, okay? So the spirit team is like, they got their swords out. So you don't have to worry about how under attack you become, right? You're protected. The mere knowing of that, the mere connection to your guides and guardians is protection in itself. New spiritual gifts are coming online as you adjust to new frequencies that also wanted to be seen. So yeah, you might be getting more psychic. Yeah, literally I told you about that sign. So yeah, you're probably getting a very sort of expanded psychic consciousness happening in the next 2 weeks. I love that for you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This was so cool. I always get so much energy from doing these, which is just wonderful to feel. So I really hope that you found this jam-packed information session on the new moon helpful and relevant. And I will see you in a future message, okay? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's so nice to have people tuning in. But I can just talk for days, you know, to myself. So it's all good. I don't know. But yes, I'll see you again in another video. Sending you love. Bye.